Hey guys, it's Eric here with Secret Fortune Healing. Today we're going to be doing your weekly reading for March 31st to April 7th. We're going to be doing weeklies from Monday to Monday for now. Kind of already pulled our cards for today to just get a feeling for what we have going on this coming week. So for a lot of us, this is going to be a week of kind of slowing down, or it needs to be a week of slowing down. Our very first card we have here is rest. So I am definitely feeling the pull to rest. Jet lag is so much fun. Just coming back from a vacation, so it has been restful in some ways, but sometimes you need a vacation from your vacation kind of thing where you've been doing too much. And so that's what it feels like for this week. So we have rest being very, very imperative for a lot of us. This also feels a little bit like a rest of dreams. So paying attention to your dreams this week, but also allowing yourself to kind of feel into them, to explore them a little bit more. But it not being something that gets super action based of like, yeah, I have this dream, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do it. I think this is a week of contemplation, a week of taking your time and making sure this is what you really want to do. But rest is super, super imperative as we're going forward. The feeling even is, rest is going to help us bring our freedom, and that is actually our second card. Right here we do have freedom. We have black and white horses coming together, that yin and yang. That rest is allowing us to connect in with ourselves a bit more and also allow us to balance things out, right? Rest is that imperative thing. So making sure you're slowing down and enjoying that time that you need, and not feeling like you have to go out and do everything and be a super person, man or woman, right? We always want to go out and do things for other people, for ourselves, always being on the move. But this is definitely a week of saying, okay, I need to slow down. But that rest is going to help us to find that freedom. Maybe in those moments of freedom or in those moments of rest, we are able to kind of get inspiration for what we need to do next. Maybe you've just been hitting the punches, doing everything that you can to make something happen, and it hasn't been. And so taking that moment to slow down is going to allow some breath to come in and kind of put the wind behind your sails again once you do get through this week. But rest is, again, super, super important. So finding your freedom within that. There is also compassion that does come up with this, because a lot of us, we feel like we have to keep moving, we have to keep doing everything, and there is some grace that needs to be given in this week as we're allowing ourselves to rest. Remember, rest is super important. That's kind of really the core message that we have here is rest is super important. It's going to allow us to center ourselves, get to a place where we can move forward, but also contemplate on our dreams, contemplate on what we want in our life. And I feel like that is something a lot of people are having these aha moments with right now, with the state of the world, which I will not get into. Things are just looking very interesting. And so we shall see how that goes. But really finding your own place within it, that is also what this rest will allow you to get. So whether it's rest from social media, social engagements, just getting yourself time alone, right? That's what this is talking about, making sure you're getting enough sleep, not going out and doing everything all the time, right? Finding a way to allow your body to rest, even if that rest comes in the form of, I'm going to go take a walk. So that's not necessarily rest, but it can be helpful to ground and center. But there is the message to allow yourself that grace to have that time off. A lot of us will feel bad if we're not doing something, and that's just something that kind of has been ingrained in us. Remember that rest is important, and it is not something that you have to feel bad about, right? There are moments where we have to get a lot of things done very quickly, but this is a week of taking a step back and saying, okay, I'm going to take some time. I'm going to be here. As we're also going into this week of rest, right, there's a big focus on our energy. So we have energy balance is one of our last cards that we have here this week. So this is talking about the chakra system going up the spine, getting yourself centered and balanced, right? There's lots of ways that you can go about doing it. If you are looking for energy healing of some kind, Reiki is a really good practice. If you want something like that, I also do offer that over distance or in person. I'm in Pineville, North Carolina. Or there's also other practices that you can do, be it meditation. There are lovely meditations out there where you can go through and start working on clearing your energy and clearing your system, right? Think about when you're clearing blockages in your energy, right? Things are going to come up. And so that rest is going to be also very important for that, right? There can also be breath work, yoga, Qigong is another fun one. Qigong, if you've never heard of it, is just these flowing movements. If you've ever heard of Avatar: The Last Airbender or watched it, think waterbender. Very flowing movements. Qigong is actually something I really enjoy. But there's different ways for you to get grounded and centered, and so that is also imperative this week. So as long as you go through these cycles right here, right, our rest leading to freedom, making sure you're giving yourself the grace to have that rest, because, you know, we always want to be doing something, always doing that. Once we have gotten through that, that's going to allow us to line up our energy better through the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root. There's more chakras than just that. Do your own research. If you have questions, reach out and I'll do my best to answer. But there is going to be kind of a moment of this large change. Now, this doesn't feel like a large change necessarily on the grander stage, but this is feeling like a really strong shift within us. Our last card that we have here is lightning. So lightning, typically when I think about it right now, I'm feeling it's kind of divine inspiration. This can also be likened to the tarot card, the Tower, right? The Tower is massive change, and it's a change you either are part of or it just happens to you, right? You can take an active part in that change, or you can watch the tower burn and just, woe is me, right? There's an active part of this that you can go into. The lightning card for me this week, though, does feel that moment of divine inspiration, the lightning strike, the light bulb turns on, where you're getting your beautiful ideas for what you're trying to go through and go to next, right? This could be an idea for a business, for a piece of technology, for, you know, however you're trying to move forward in your life, where you have felt like you've been stuck for a long time. This lightning is going to come in and clear the system. This is energy clearing. This is gone. This is having that moment of, wow, I've been doing this for so long. Why haven't I done this? And this is, again, where that compassion card gets into it, where you're not, you know, going down that woe with me route, right? You can. That can be fun. Or you can say, wow, this is something I've never seen about myself. How can I go about this now and change who I've been? How can I continue to move forward and say, you know, this has been who I am, not anymore. I'm leaving this in the past and I'm moving forward to my future. That is some of the big energies this week, but rest is super imperative, right? Without those moments of rest and going away from the thing that you're trying or you've been working towards this entire time, without those moments of rest and change, you're not going to have the energy or the stability to then move forward. So make sure you do take that time. This is all just part of the plan, right? So take time with this week. Make sure you're resting, meditating, relaxing, and allow that divine inspiration to come to you, right? Rest is going to bring the freedom that you have desired. And if you don't rest, you might find that you get sick. You might find that you're forced to rest. So make a conscious effort to do things that are restful and relaxing for you this week, especially with calming down the nervous system, taking those deep belly breaths. Doing some breath work. Breath work is a phenomenal tool, right? There's plenty of channels out there that already have videos on breath work. So go take some looks at them. But I hope you guys have a phenomenal week. Make sure you're resting. And I'm sending you guys so much love. All right, until next week. Bye for now.